What if I told you that there are psychological tips that'll help you take control of almost any situation? Just to get this out of the way, we here at List 25 don't condone manipulating people. That's not the point of this list. Having said that, however, there are some interesting ways we can leverage psychology to make the most out of various situations. I'm Mike with List 25, and from chewing gum to negotiating, here are 25 psychology hacks to control almost any situation. 25. If you're in customer service, have a mirror somewhere facing the customer. Customers are far less likely to get unreasonably angry when they can see themselves. 24. If someone only partially answers your question, don't interrupt. Wait. You are far more likely to get a complete answer by saying nothing than saying something. 23. After you state your position in a negotiation, if you're still speaking, you're not speaking in your favor. 22. If you want to get something from someone, try framing it as though it were an offer instead of a request. 21. When playing any sport and somebody is just on fire, just ask them about their technique. This gets them out of their body and back into their head. What does that accomplish, you might ask? Well, it makes them overthink what they're doing and mess it up. 20. When meeting people, try to notice their eye color while you smile at them. You don't have to mention anything about it, but it's a good way to make sure that you really look them in the eyes. 19. As the conventional wisdom goes, a person's name is the sweetest sound in the world to that person. If you remember a person's name, you'll make that person feel very special indeed. 18. Chew gum if possible when doing nerve-wracking things. It somehow gets your brain to calm down. 17. If you can get someone to do something simple for you, they're more likely to do something bigger. It's called gradual commitment or foot in the door. As a note, we don't advocate taking advantage of people. 16. If you work in retail and get angry at customers who are angry at you, you're just taking the bait. Respond with kindness, and the situation will either diffuse or they'll go on to act even crazier and make fools out of themselves. 15. When you're trying to learn something, teach someone about it. It'll really cement it into your mind. 14. If you try to act excited to see people, they will generally respond in kind. Maybe not every time, but as a general rule, it holds up pretty well. 13. Don't talk about other people behind their backs. In the short run, this may be hard when all of your friends are gossiping, but in the long run, people will realize that you don't partake in the gossip and your trust points increase. 12. People won't remember what you said. They'll remember how you made them feel. So don't worry if you feel like you said something silly. If the overall gist of the conversation was positive, then that is typically how it'll be remembered. 11. Most people's favorite subject to talk about is themselves. If you don't know what to talk about or have awkward silence, just ask them questions. 10. It's easy to judge a person's character by noticing the way they treat people who can't do anything for them. 9. When you go on first dates, make them exciting. Roller coasters, skydiving, etc. Your date's heart will race, adrenaline will flow, and they will indirectly associate the endorphin flood with you. In psychology, it's called the misattribution of arousal. 8. Emotional expression causes emotion. This means that if you force yourself to smile, your mood will actually improve. Psychologists have even found that people are happier when they're asked to hold chopsticks between their teeth. 7. If someone is making jokes to the group at your expense, ask them to repeat the joke several times. It seems counterintuitive, but it'll become progressively less funny and nobody will remember it. 6. When debating, don't give away your stance first, but rather your argument. If you tell people where you stand, they'll more than likely discard anything you say about the subject because they will already have understood your bias. Oh, he's a Democrat. If you don't tell them where you stand and let it remain a mystery, they'll have to piece things together for themselves and really try to understand your argument. 5. Especially with kids. Frame things in a way that always gives them a choice and makes them feel like they're in control. For example, do you want to wear your red shirt or your blue shirt? Either way, they know it's time to put on a shirt. 4. Try to replace filler words like with short pauses to gather your thoughts. 3. When asking for favors, like cutting in line, try to use the word because. Researchers have found that no matter how dumb the reason, the word because has the potential to short-circuit people's brains and make them think it must be okay because there is a reason. As a note, this is actually based on a famous study in 1977 called the copy machine study done at Harvard University. To summarize, a researcher would walk over to somebody waiting in line to use the copy machine. They would then ask one of 3 questions. Version 1, request only. Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine? Version 2, request with a real reason. Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I'm in a rush? Version 3, request with a fake reason. Excuse me, I have 5 pages. May I use the Xerox machine because I have to make copies? Although version 3 seems a bit senseless, the results were as follows. Version 1, 60% of people let the researcher skip the line. Version 2, 94% of people let the researcher skip ahead in line. And version 3, 93% of people let the researcher skip ahead in line. It seems that just using the word because and giving a nonsensical reason is quite effective. 2. Try to have 0 expectations when you're first going into something. It has the potential to prevent disappointment. 1. Stand up straight. Not only will people see you as more confident, you'll actually feel more confident. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the top right corner so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 2 videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.